Jiro here for Umbra Games, reviewing Dragon Quest Heroes, The World Trees Woe and the Blight Below, currently exclusively on PlayStation both 3 and 4, played on 4 for this review. For those of you not keeping score over the last 26 years, man I'm old. Dragon Quest is a series we in the United States first knew as Dragon Warrior, released on NES in 1989. Apparently there was a trademark conflict with the pen and paper RPG called Dragon Quest, forcing then publisher Enix to rename it when localized here. Over time, the pen and paper game abandoned its trademark, allowing the Dragon Quest title to be used in the States, bringing the main series over as Dragon Quest VIII on PlayStation 2 in 2004. So through this review, if I say Dragon Warrior or Dragon Quest, I'm talking about the same thing. And yes, Dragon Quest Heroes contains characters from the Dragon Warrior / Quest series, including Elena, Kirill, Maya, and Psaro from 4, Bianca, and Nira from 5, Terry from 6, Jessica, and Yangus from 8, as well as featuring a few original characters. And of course, many incarnations of slimes, generally the first enemy you encounter in every Dragon Quest game. So being developed by Omega Force, the division of Kai Tecmo that gives us a ridiculous amount of hack-and-slash Dynasty Warriors, Samurai Warriors, and all the other warriors, it's easy to see that this game is very hack-and-slashy. To be fair, I haven't played a Dynasty Warrior since my time with 2 and 3 back on PlayStation 2, but they felt just that. There was little innovation between the two, and they take place in the same time period with a lot of the same characters. Last year saw the release of Hyrule Warriors for Nintendo Wii U, which was the Dynasty Warrior style with Zelda characters, and for me that breathed some new life into the genre. I expected that Dragon Quest Heroes would be a copy of Hyrule Warriors, and to my surprise it actually really wasn't. You play one of the two main characters that will be required to be in your party at all times, Aurora or Lucius, both bodyguards to King Doric. In this land, monsters and people live in harmony and peace, until an evil is unleashed upon the world, making the monsters attack and terrorize its citizens. Eventually, heroes from other dimensions end up shifting into this reality, and they join forces to find the cause of the evil and defend Yggdrasil, also known as the World Tree. Apparently it has some woe, and some blight below. Battles consist of eliminating all monsters, protecting something or someone, killing a boss, or reaching a destination. Enemies pour onto a battlefield, most oftentimes through a maw, and you must slay the Maw Keeper to close the portal. You can take 3 other party members with your required chosen hero in a mission, and you can switch between them with the push of a button. There are 2 attack buttons that can be applied in combination for a variety of unique moves, and every character has 4 abilities / spells that can be unlocked and cast for MP. Characters gain skill points with each level, allowing you to invest in these abilities, stats, and other bonuses, both available for all characters and specific to each one. There's also what they call a tension meter that fills up with each hit. Skill points can be applied to this to make it fill for other reasons as well. And when the meter is full, you go into Super Saiyan and get increased damage, invulnerability, and you can finish it off at any time, or when the timer runs out, with the coup de grace super move unique to each character. The characters themselves play very differently, excluding the 2 main heroes that are kind of similar. From Ayla and her boomerangs to Bianca and her bow, I imagine everyone will have their own favorite party set up. Characters you aren't playing at the moment do a fairly good job of attacking. For example, Kirill gets a buff spell, Kabuff, that raises defense, and he does a pretty good AI job of keeping that buff up. Not to say there aren't times when your characters just stand there looking at you instead of attacking. Experience is gained from killing all kinds of staple Dragon Quest monsters, from slimes to giant trolls, with their big old tongues hanging out. Actually, I really love the high-definition cartoon-style art they have going on in this game. It looks great. Monsters also drop materials, which can eventually be used for alchemy, creating a variety of accessories for your party to use, each character being able to equip up to 3 at a time. Monsters drop gold that can be used in a few stores available on the Stone Cloud, your airship obtained fairly early on in the story. One other neat feature of Heroes is the minion medals that occasionally drop, allowing you to summon that monster to fight at your side or do one crazy ability and then vanish. This, I suppose, is what passes for strategy in this game, as the majority of monster types are sentry, where they'll stay put and fight until they run out of HP, helping you create bottlenecks of the enemy's advance. One area that would have made the game a touch more strategic is being able to separate out your party members, placing them at different places on the map, and they could stay and fight, and you could switch between them. Although I guess that sort of becomes less of a party. You begin each mission with 4 Yggdrasil leaves that let you revive a character if they happen to get downed in battle. You navigate the world map with a cursor, allowing you to go to story missions and also revisit areas at various difficulties to grind character levels and farm ingredients. After downing the boss in story mode, you'll obtain a map that opens a location in the world for you to go and take down the boss again if you so desire. There are bursts of quests available after each set of story missions that have you killing X number of Y monster, gather 3 of these and 4 of that, or to complete a map while protecting something. The item drops got really old as one particular ingredient called a bell cap only dropped from one specific enemy at the time of the quest, and it's their rare drop to boot. It took a good couple hours just to get 2. I went back and forth during this time on whether or not I wanted to obtain the Platinum Trophy for this game, and when the quests were all similar to that, I was leaning towards the no. Right before the final boss of the game, way more side quests open up though, providing about 35 to 40 hours of gameplay. Well, in addition, there's also some extra hard optional bosses and quests and ultimate weapons to find and such that opens up, and you can keep playing as if you hadn't completed the final mission. There's also a New Game Plus mode that opens up called Flying Start, where you can restart the story with existing character levels and skills. You also get a 50-point bonus to apply to skills for each character when you do that. Individual battles in Dragon Quest Heroes are shorter than I remember in Hyrule and Dynasty Warriors games. I actually kind of prefer them this way, done in smaller chunks. As you enter a new area, you do an event that focuses on generally just 1/4 of that map at a time. This provides each of those missions with a unique setting, and then when you return to grind or have other missions on that map, you can use the zoom spell and quickly travel to various points on the map once they've been activated. The thing Omega Force nailed this time is this feels like a Dragon Quest game in many aspects. When enemies cast a spell, they're still using the old sound effects. When you save your game, you have to talk to the priestess, and that little save ditty remains. The alchemy pot functions nearly identically to what it does in Dragon Quest VIII.
Let's see what we can do.
You can find mini medals in chests or as drop, and for each 100 of an enemy that you take out up to 500, you get a mini medal as well. In addition, every PlayStation trophy you acquire for this game, you can receive them too. This is one of the neatest ways I've seen a game actually use the trophies. Like previous games, you can spend these mini medals in their own special shop where you can buy recipes for accessories and some of the best equipment in the game. There are many weapons and shields that are different in appearance that you can put on your character, making it fun to work towards that next gold or medals to purchase that next item. As Omega Force finds a way to abstract the select your character and drop them on a map to slaughter 1,000 enemies and apply it to more sophisticated formula, the more they're going to keep revitalizing this genre. As of the time of creation of this review, I have decided not to go for the Platinum Trophy, as I have a few too many games to play. I did a little research and found that you have to grind out a party to level 99 to beat some of the extra stuff, and despite the Friday night experience bonus that are being rewarded, I got a little worn out just going for those 2 bell caps. Since only characters from 4, 5, 6, and 8 are included, as well as a comment made by Lucius at the end of the game about many realms probably needing help in the future, I could see a sequel to Dragon Quest Heroes coming, and I'm actually okay with that. Although, let's get a Final Fantasy Warriors game first. Let's help Square Enix Development Studios see what an action combat engine should work like. So, it's a little odd that I can play an entire turn-based, menu-driven JRPG like the Dragon Quest and not get tired of hitting the X button to just accept. But when I hit square, 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 and square, square, triangle for many hours, I get tired of the repetition. I'm the first to admit this doesn't make sense, but it is what it is. Dragon Quest Heroes definitely has its moments of thumb-tiring monotony, but they're usually overshadowed by a greater goal of completing quests and obtaining medals, which is important in this genre. So I did a little research, and apparently Psaro was DLC in Japan. I came across this because I had a little issue after completing the quest where you fight him in order to recruit him. After returning to Stonecloud, I was greeted with a lot of question marks in my experience and cash rewards. I didn't know at first if this was maybe some kind of inside joke, as I have yet to play Dragon Quest IV. But when shops started charging question marks and lost their capital letters on their items, I started to get a little concerned. I made a separate game save and quit the title screen to load before that quest started, and it didn't fix it. I did some internet searching to see if anyone else had the problem, and nothing was coming up. I finally ended up just closing the entire Dragon Quest Heroes application and restarting it, and luckily my numbers came back. I'm guessing it must have had something to do with how they added that DLC content to the main game. I don't know. If you have that same issue though, don't fear. Jiro is here. Dragon Quest Heroes, The World Trees Woe and the Blight Below ranks at a 79 out of 100 in my hack and slash genre. If you at any point enjoyed a Dynasty Warriors and or Dragon Warrior / Quest game, then you should give this a shot. If for nothing else than to help Square Enix understand there's a market for Dragon Quest games in the United States. No, I didn't order the special edition from the Square Enix store for $40 more. The slime plushie was a little too small, the cardboard treasure chest box didn't look very sturdy, and a slime keychain and lanyard and a couple extra digital slime weapons don't help everything add up to that $40 price tag. Come on, Square, you can do better than that. This is Jiro for Umbra Games. Thanks for watching.